your weekend, TC?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. You know, and little ones around. And
hey, everybody, and welcome to Virtual Vines. It's Danny here from The Loaded Grape, and we have TC Fraizer as well. From Triumph Distributing, we're live, back doing the show live again. I hope everything's working here. I feel like I'm going in between one of two of us. So let us know if you can't hear anything, if we're silent or any of that stuff. We'll get it fixed.
You guys are looking awfully festive.
We are awful. I put up some lights. You know, this is all about that last minute shopping. And with that being said, I needed to make sure that everybody knows. Everything ordered tonight will be available by 4:00 on Wednesday. So it still gives you time to get it delivered in time. So do your last minute shopping with us tonight, and we'll make sure that you're all taken care of. Everything will be in by Wednesday so that you can do that. I even have a couple of these in the shop if you need to go a little bit sooner than that. But depending on how everybody orders, might not be able to do everybody. So with that being said, we'll move on to a couple little housekeeping things. I'm going to add this up here. All your orders. Make it big. All right, well, I guess we'll go that way. All your orders will put you collecting points towards two new items for our loyalty program. One is this brand new jacket, zip-up hoodie. Really, really cool. It's got the Loaded Grape logo on the front chest, and then really cool logo on the back as well. So that's going to be 45 points to get the jacket, and those will be in kind of just after the new year. The shipping thing has been crazy right now, so just after the new year. And then we also have new knit hats as well in two different styles, in four different colors. Two colors in each style, and that just has the Loaded Grape logo on a little leather patch, and that will be 25 points. So 25 points get you the hat, 45 get you the zip-up jersey, hoodie, jersey. What I think jersey, New Jersey. I haven't even drank. Maybe you start drinking here, but that's what it's going to get you on that. So be sure to. Keep on ordering, and these wines will apply to that. You might have gotten a text message that said that your points are expiring. I'm going to go through and kind of fix that because some of you already got your hat. I now know how to take the kind of like once you've used your points and how to take your points out of the system so they're not keep piling up. So that you might get a notice that you had a 0-0 transaction at the Loaded Grape, but that's us fixing the point situation. So we'll get that all taken care of. And now time for us to get started. So thank you so much for tuning in. These are our last minute gift ideas, last minute wines for the holidays. If you need something for the table, and we have, like normal, ridiculous prices on these.
Yeah, great prices. Kind of ridiculous. Classic varietals. Yeah, as Danny said, these are things that last minute gifts, guys. You want to come into the shop. Again. Pig pools are there, Torontes is there, crazy varietals adoring the shop. But we figured tonight, in addition to price point, let's keep it classic. Let's go with the Cabs, the Sauv Blancs, the Pinot Grigios. But we're not going to skimp on the producer. We're actually going to go with these tried and true producers, some that we've had in the past, but not actually presented these wines specifically. And like you said, just price point's the name of the game, I think, tonight.
Yeah, so it's totally the name of the game, and we're going to get you guys started right off the bat. We have this beautiful. So just so you know, I had it all set up to put Vanna Vines on the screen. She is against having it on the screen. So TC, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of turn this camera towards you now, so that you can now do label shots.
Okay, yeah,
so you can do label shots. See, because so let me add this to the screen up here. So first up, we're going to start with the Fair Valley Sauvignon Blanc. Was 16, got it down to 14. So we'll get into pricing a little bit more later. But TC, I'm going to get you a little bit more of a close-up. Look at that. See, you can do close-up. There it is.
Yeah, guys. So, this is a Sauvignon Blanc, not from New Zealand, not from France, not from California. Those are the areas that you typically are going to see permeate most places and wine shops and stuff like that. but we're actually going to go to South Africa. And it got me thinking when I was driving over here tonight. I probably said it before. 20 years ago, you couldn't walk into a shop. You guys have a very diverse selection, but like you said, you're not going to be comprehensive to have every piece of Burgundy and every space. But 20 years ago, you couldn't walk into a shop and find wines from South Africa. And a little bit later, we're going to do Washington State, and really have people ask for Beaujolais and cru Beaujolais. So these are things I think in just a very short amount of time, you can find some fantastic tried and true examples of these what I consider international varietals from great producers. Now, back in the summer, God, it's already been summer. David, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they were maybe covering one eye. They just got back from the bar. Those guys were like very well dressed. This is actually coming from Cedarburg. So for those of you that are big Cedarburg fans, love Cedarburg, know Cedarburg, this is actually a really cool project David and a few of his partners started, as we said, called Fair Valley. Showed the bottle a little bit right there. But the reason they call it Fair Valley, this is actually 100% fair trade. And when they were talking about that, I've heard of fair trade coffee and, certain goods and stuff like that. But, as they were talking about it, I didn't realize there's this whole, a governing body that you have to file for to make sure. And part of that is profits, monies have to go back to whatever indigenous peoples, whether it be in this case the tribes that work there, and also goes back straight back to their education. So they actually buses and schools and things like that, and different little colonies and villages like that. So it's a really cool sustainable program, again, that they're really working with certain growers, not only at Cedarburg, but a few of his other wineries down in Stellenbosch and West Cape, to find this beautiful Sauvignon Blanc that is price point to make you, hey, you're drinking for a good cause. That's pretty much what it is. But guess what? It's a fantastic Sauvignon Blanc. I wouldn't say, it's got the grapefruit, but this is more like, papaya. It's got that melon, a little that guava, more that kind of tropical flavor in there. But beautiful, bright, fresh, great little salad starter dish. For you guys that are, going to be cooking another big turkey, chicken, maybe some roast beef, whatever, maybe some steaks. I don't know how long it takes you to cut the veggies, cut the mushrooms, the onions up. This is what you want to have out. This, maybe the Pinot Grigio that we're about to start with, or the Chardonnay, are all wines, guys, that you want to maybe put in the glass while you're getting the crudité, the charcuterie board, and things like that up. So
your cooking wine.
The cooking wine, exactly.
We already have somebody who loves the Buka Tribe. And the Buka Tribe, I tell you what, huge hit for me, especially if you have somebody who likes things a little sweeter. The Buka Tribe is a great choice.
And can get the Buka Tribe. So again, guys, if I mentioned Cedarburg and some of you are like, oh man, I had the Shiraz, I had the Merlot Shiraz, I had the Buka Tribe. Danny can get it. Just email, text him. But tonight we feel like, I don't think we've done Fair Valley. And when we had David, I had David. I'm like, we're going to do Cedarburg. Maybe when he comes back in the shop, circa 2021, we'll be able to do some Fair Valley wines. But guys, again, this is a beautiful, for any Sauvignon Blanc drinker out there will absolutely love this wine.
I'm loving on this right here. I guess what I like, you got these nice, like, stone fruit nose. It's not the big citrus nose that you get from New Zealand.
More stone fruit, definitely stone fruit. This kind of like pyrazine thing, a little struck flint, kind of flinty thing going on. But beautiful minerality, clean, crisp. No oak whatsoever. I don't know if we said that, but just 100% stainless steel fermented. And they actually let it age in stainless steel tanks, actually suspended with the lees, which kind of gives it more of that texture and weight to it too. But again, I think Danny, you said $14 before the discount. So this is a fantastic wine, guys. Put a few in your cart and get some 45 minutes. You're already, let's say tonight. I think some of you are going to be going home with 6 bottles of
I say this is the night to stock up and get some wine. I'm actually going to see. I hope this works if I do that. Big screen here. The mic should still work. So there you go. The Fair Valley, $16 down to $14. Club discounts on top of that. But I want to be able to kind of show you a little bit of where Cedarburg is on the map. If you look in the where it says West Coast up there in your left-hand corner, that is where Cedarburg is located. It's its own ABV. I got that. Really cool to be able to have juice that's in a special preserve area. And then as TC was talking about the fair trade stuff, if you saw that the hands there on the label, what it says actually is the hands that work the soil feed the soil, and that's kind of their thing. And what I wanted to show was a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc on the vine too. So that's some stuff that we have there. And and TC's sister's watching today.
She's a teacher, so she might be off for a few weeks maybe. But she's got a she actually had a baby about a week after mine, so she's got her hands full with that, right now. So
look at that. Oh, well, then that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I have to
the
get
kiddos growing up together. Family functions would be fun.
I have to get her some Bucatrab for Christmas.
I guess so. I guess we're gonna put Bucatrab on the old order form. We'll make sure that's taken care of for you. If you want to go over to loadedgrape.com, you can start a cart and then switch back and forth, and at the end just check out. If you're in any of our wine clubs, you'll use Cellar in the coupon code for your Cellar Club discount, Estate for the Estate Club discount, and Reserve for both Reserve Club and Grand Reserve Club. And this is a great starter, especially if you need some white wines.
Scallops, classic shrimp cocktail I think would be great with this wine. And for those of you that, I know oysters, some people love them, some people hate them, but this is the time of year to get them. And for those of you that have some fisher people, fisher persons,
fisher of men,
fisher people,
fisher of men. I think this is like totally the holiday season.
Fisher peoples in your family, whatever.
Fisher peoples.
If you have people that fish in your family, and oysters are one of the things that they get. This is a wine that, quite frankly, screams for oysters, whether it be raw or just a little Rockefeller. Throw some little Parmesan, some breadcrumbs, and some scallions in there. But beautiful Sauvignon Blanc, guys. $14 before the discount. I don't think you can go wrong with this.
Can't go wrong with this. We got 6 wines tonight. So if you think we're gonna try to move a little bit faster for you, Vanna Vines, if you mind handing TC to
the Pinot Grigio.
We're gonna go over to Italy and see our fine friends over in Italy and the Tomasi folks. I'm telling you right now, this is a producer that always over delivers for the price. This is a beautiful Pinot Grigio. And this is another wine. I go, oh, Pinot Grigio during the holidays. Is that yes, there's Pinot Grigio drinkers all year long. So if you're looking for somebody that as a gift, you're not going to go wrong with this
and
gift.
They know about it. This is something, even a casual wine drinker, I drink a glass or two a year. They're going to want it. They're going to love it. They're going to love some Pinot Grigio. And again, this is something for people that just want to get into wine a little bit, maybe get a little starter. This is something to throw in because, guys, Pinot Grigio is so inviting. It's so beautiful. I don't say neutral, quaffable. I think that's a word that we kind of coined to coin a phrase.
Yep.
To coin a phrase. And you want to throw in our Cam 2?
Well, I guess we have a little audio feedback when I go to Cam 2.
Oh, that's fine. That's totally fine.
That's the one thing I didn't get fixed. So
we're like Woodstock up here sometimes. When you have cameras,
we could have still put her on cam. I don't know why you're getting feedback on that. It makes no sense, but
it happens.
We'll figure it out.
It's 2020. I was just chalking up to 2020.
That's chalking up to 2020. I don't know why that's happening, but it's happening. So so let's talk about Tomasi.
So Tomasi, guys, we've done the Valpolicella on the show. We've had Christoph on the show that do the Cabernet, the Merlot. We've done the Amarone. I feel like we've done so many things, but guess what? We haven't done everything by Tomasi.
No,
we still have not done the Pinot Grigio, and we still haven't done the sparkling, which is something
we haven't done. The sparkling. We keep on talking about it. It's not, and it won't be next week.
No.
We are going to be doing bubbles for New Year's. Bubbles for the new year, because we're looking to celebrate 2021 coming in, 2020 finally being over and 2021 coming in. We have lots to celebrate. Vaccines are out. Seeing on Facebook, a lot of the people I know that work in the healthcare, they're getting their vaccine. So hopefully by springtime, early summer, we'll be back to being around each other and doing the things we used to do. But we have to celebrate, and might celebrate at home by ourselves. And we have some great bubbles for you. Everything from Prosecco to Cava to sparkling to Champagne. So we're gonna hit all the regions. We're gonna hit everybody and talk about them. And really be happy with these wines if you're needing something to pop open to celebrate the new year. And we have really good prices, so if you need more than 1 or 2 or 3, you can easily do that and not break the bank. So
yeah, absolutely.
So let's keep on moving here with the Tomase. So of course we're in Italy, so let me just add that to the Mapperoni right there. So we have an idea. And TC, let's talk about
so
Italy.
Tomasi really is one of the 3 or 4 producers that, without being hyperbolic, really define the style of Amarone. In addition to a few other producers we've talked about like Santi and others, but having grown the company since the early 1900s, I believe 1903 is when they started. They have holdings in Tuscany, which you see down in that let's see here. And that's this little region right there.
They don't see that.
They can't see the cursor.
No, but I can do this. So we're going to.
Yep. So Tuscany, which would be that little area right there. So that's where their Cabernet and there you go. So Tuscany, that would be their Cabernet and Merlot, and their Rompicolo, which is the Cab and Sangiovese blend, which is just fantastic. If you go all the way to the hill of the boot, that they do some fantastic Primitivo, right down Apulia and Basilicata, close to Calabria. Beautiful wine. But tonight we're actually going to go up to Valencia. So that little area, there you go, perfect. So Tomasi is from an area called Valpolicella, which literally means land of many wine cellars. So that just kind of conjures up images, right? It's just to the east of Lake Garda. That differentiates the Veneto from Lombardy, which would be just to the left of there. But this is a Pinot Grigio, guys, that is from an area that, quite frankly, is an area that's defining the style in Italy of Pinot Grigio. This isn't I call it Mom's Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio. This is actually Pinot Grigio with some character. It's not sweet. It's totally bone dry. And it's from an area that begs for cool climate varietals such as Pinot Grigio. 40 years ago, when Italy was going through a fine wine movement, Pinot Grigio wasn't even cataloged because it was thought to be sort of this innocuous, neutral grape that really didn't add a lot to many things. But when you look up in Alto Adige and Friuli, or in this case, in the Veneto, perfect for Pinot Grigio. So again, while you guys can certainly come in the shop, I think they probably have a bottle or two at Tomasi Amarone. I know Raphael and the Cab has always been some great wines that Loaded Grapes always love to stock. But again, this is a new wine for them. And if you know anything about the quality of Tomasi from the $100 bottle to the $20 bottle, everything they put in the bottle is one, varietally correct, and it's going to be you're going to feel safe coming from a quality producer, I guess is what I'm going to say. They're not get bases. They're not going to, kind of put adjuncts and flavorings and all these kind of different things into the wine. So anyway, I know we've done Tomasi before. Can you believe it? We've never done the Pinot Grigio. So again, of all the Pinot Grigios that are out there, I said, hey, we sold a lot of Tomasi this year. Let's go back to the home base.
Let's go back to let's go back to the hits. For the holidays. If you know somebody who's a Pinot Grigio drinker, what I think I like about this is it's not overly acidic. It's very light on the acid on this. Very smooth. Very much like the Luenga, in the sense that it's crisp and easy to drink. Man, I am loving it.
Yeah, from front to back, this is as smooth as it gets right here, guys. I mean, it would be hard pressed to put this bottle of wine on a table of people that only drink Scotch, gin, bourbon, tequila, whatever, and then go, you know what? I don't normally drink wine, but I'll take another glass of that Pinot Grigio that you have right there. I mean, this is something that will cast a wide net. You're going to get a lot of friends. Maybe some converts. I mean, this could be the wine. This could be the year where people go, you know what? I'd never had a wine I liked because I'm drinking Boone's Farm and Thunderbird. I wondered why. Well, hey, heard it here for Loaded Grape to say, hey guys, Loaded Grape turned me on to some great Pinot Grigio.
And we kicked it up a notch too, because we have a great price on this, 23 down to 21. Plus your club discounts for most of you, it's going to get it under $20, sub 20, which for this quality of a Pinot Grigio, This makes a great gift or just something to have on the holiday table this upcoming week. I mean, it's hard to believe Christmas is like
right around the corner.
I mean, a couple of sleeps away.
Yeah,
like
just Santa Claus
is coming to town
very, very soon.
A couple of sleeps away. And I'll tell you what, this is a great Pinot Grigio for that coworker or that friend. I know this is a difficult year because we can't all get together and a lot of people have been separated. Go ahead and elf gift this on somebody's porch and let them have that on their porch and with a little note saying, hey, we can't wait to hang out with you more in 2021. They're going to be very happy.
Well, some of you are Zooming all day and you're like, TC, the last thing I want to do is Zoom my folks at night. But I've heard a lot of people doing these Zoom meals where it's more informal. You just put Zoom on in the background instead of like normal Zoom where it's in your face and you have to pay attention. Get a few bottles. I mean, guys, at the price point, this is something you can get 4 or 5 of your close friends. Drop them off. Maybe they take care of the charcuterie or whatever. Yeah. Say, hey, guys, for an hour and a half, we're all going to open it. We're going to talk about whatever. And we're all going to maybe like, oh, did you like it? And I like it. And that's what's kind of fun about it, guys. We can kind of still get together, even kind of via virtually. But this is a great wine to kind of throw in the box because just about everybody in the group is going to absolutely love this wine.
I'm telling you right now, this of a wine, I got to do it.
Porch pounder.
It's a porch pounder.
Well, we need the winner.
It's a
we
porch
need the
pounder.
pit pounder. We need the pit
I have
pounder.
to. I got to work on. I'm working on the pit pounder.
And the fire. We need the fire emojis.
I need the
on
fire
sides.
emojis. I'll work on that. I don't have it yet, but right now it's a porch pounder. But we do like the word pit pounder. So thanks, Barb, for sharing that with us.
Yeah,
but it is. That's what this is. It's going to go down so smooth, so nice, and with a great price. So if you're looking for a gift for that person who is hard to shop for, they like white wine, and this is beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
This is that time of year too, where it's that time of weather where you just go outside, just put it on the porch, and then you do anything else. You don't need the chiller.
You don't need the chiller. It'll do it by itself. All right. You know what? We're going to keep this show rolling.
Yeah,
again, we have a lot of wines, and I want to be able to do some recaps, and we want to talk about some other stuff here. Especially when
Gadget Arms here.
Go Gadget Arms. TC's here now. We couldn't do a show, especially during the holidays, and not talk about Chardonnay. Chardonnay.
Watch me sip on
Chardonnay. This is a kind of a fun little project. For this might also reach out to those.
Didn't ask me, but that Pinot Grigio was good.
Isn't that good?
I'm telling you, it's really good.
Everybody loves that wine.
No, TC is not wearing a onesie, so that is. It's
or am I?
Oh no!
Depends how much wine you buy. Whoever buys the most wine tonight,
we might get a onesie for next week.
Can get the password to find out. Yeah. Actually, I do have a onesie.
Watch out! Your sister's on here, so she might. She might make sure that happens. So we talked about pre-show about having something that might be in that healthy, better for you category. So we decided to go that way with the Chardonnay. It is approachable. It's certified organic. It's sustainably grown in Mendocino. So let me bring this up to the screen here so everybody can see. The Sun and Rain Organic Chardonnay was 19, got this down to 17, plus your club discounts. Remember in that checkout code to use Cellar, Estate, or Reserve to get your club level discounts. If you're watching the show and you want to join the club, you can do that as well. Just go over to the wine club section and pick a club, and you can sign and start today. Or if you're needing a last minute gift and want to give the gift of a wine club, that's available as well. So just let us know. We can get that done for you. You can do it online as well.
Clark is the gift that keeps on giving all year.
Jelly of the Month Club, Clark. Jelly of the Month Club. So this is a beautiful, beautiful Mendocino Chardonnay. So let's go up to Mendocino right now. And what I love here is, you know what, Scott's always yelling at me that he can never, it would be nice if he could point this out. And the winery on this is Fraizer Vineyards. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Fraizer Vineyards on your map is right here. Right there.
Doing their homework.
Yeah, right there. Doing my homework on the map. So I guess I should have used a different color. I'm going to use a different color so Scott can see it. Fraizer Vineyards right there. So on the map. And
down below Ukiah, which is beautiful. You ever go, you get a chance to go up. I mean, Ukiah is great. Boonville, which is Anderson Valley brewery, which we carry, is located up there. Makes some fantastic beer. They actually speak what they call bootling. So it's like Hilsha hops, which is like a lot of hops, and Brego, which means goat, and all these different ones. But this is actually a winery called Frey from Mendocino. And funny enough, Mendocino is an area, pound for pound, has more organic and biodynamic vineyards than anywhere else or any other county in all of California. It just kind of started off that way. If you look at where Mendocino is at, at one point it was known for something other than growing grapes. As a matter of the Holy Trinity, which would be Humboldt, Trinity County, and Mendocino, which grows basically a lot of marijuana, a lot of really high quality marijuana. But now a lot of the vineyards and vineyard spaces is being used for vineyard space. But kind of that organic kind of granola crowd kind of went with it. So Mendocino, just now by happen chance, is probably one of the cleanest areas in which to get wine. Now, Frey makes wines that you can find in great like co-op stores, health food stores, the former Earth Fairs of the world.
Yep.
But Sun and Rain's a new little project by them, because if you think about it, all wine is basically water and sunlight put together, held together in that grape, right? And what they wanted to do with really all their wines, there are no commercial yeast, there are no GMOs, there are no colors, there's almost
no sulfites added either.
No sulfites added, guys. So I know we've talked about the whole sulfite thing, but if you just swear that that's the thing that hates you, this is again about as clean and as natural of a wine as you can find. And the Sun and Rain is by Frey, as you said, but it's a new project where it's more for retail shops and things like that.
I mean, they have their own bees to go around and pollinate everything. They're using fertilizer from the sheep and cattle, and then that's a beautiful cluster of Chardonnay. I mean, that's just a really pretty.
Absolutely, yeah.
So just to kind of, this is actually off their property because I stole this from the Frey website. So that's how beautiful it is there. Look at those big trees. You're in this, kind of mountainous area. I mean, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
this is someplace I need to go. So
absolutely, yeah, it's very, very beautiful. And like I said, I mean, I love how you showed the sheep there, because you don't have to have lawnmowers. I mean, that's literally whenever the grass grows, you just let about the 400 or 500 herd of sheep.
Some of those too.
Just go around, boom, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody in Arnaby would love us to have sheep.
Yeah, get some sheep, get some goats and things like that. But again, Frey is just one of those wines that was founded in the 70s, which was organic before organic was cool, or green before green was cool, was doing the right thing before doing the right thing, I guess, was cool and marketable. And that's what I love so much about Frey. And in addition to being very approachable wines, I mean, I always tell people, all their wines are very just easy, drinkable, quaffable wines. They're wines that people buy today, drink tomorrow, or drink tonight. Very rarely does somebody say, "Hey, TC, I got a bottle of Frey that I've been holding on to for 10 years." I mean, most people are drinking the wines right away.
I didn't research enough on this, TC, and you need to answer this because I'm getting a lot of front tannin. Is it stainless steel?
Yeah, well, this wine, I mean, generally speaking, they see mostly stainless, but it does see a little bit of secondary oak, but not almost very rarely to see any oak whatsoever. But really, it's the mallow. I mean, they have a little bit of a secondary mallow in there, so it's got all that creaminess. But I
get that front tannin,
a little that vanilla, that toast,
and then a little bit, yeah.
So again, I think this is something for those Chardonnay drinkers that like a little that oakier side, but not too oaky. Would like this, but I think maybe some of the folks that like more of that stainless.
Yeah, if you don't,
side might like it
I think it's kind of a nice blend because it doesn't impart that much oak, where you have the oak flavors. You get the mallow in there, you get the creaminess and stuff, but you don't get the that big oaky bite. Which I know a lot of people don't like from you normally get in this side of the world, especially from Napa.
Yeah,
you get a lot of that.
Yeah, you got like a little spiced Asian pear in there, maybe like a little golden delicious in the background as you kind of sip it down.
Spiced Asian pear.
A spiced Asian pear in the background.
I need to go have one of those.
Yeah, it's funny because I could actually taste that.
Wow, TC spiced Asian pear. Well, we got a great little deal price on this. Let me pull this up there. Normally 19 down to 17 plus your club discount, so you can head over to the website now, put a couple of these in your cart. Again, fun for the healthy person category. A lot of people are probably going to go, oh, I love my wine, but my New Year's resolution is to lose a little. I want to lose a little weight or whatever. I'm not going to drink it. Well, this is the healthy one. This is the one that they can have, and because it doesn't have anything in it. So it's just grapes and water and good old alcohol that was created naturally. So there's nothing unnatural about that bottle of wine. Actually, really, really interesting. Actually, I find that.
And they have a whole bio. I mean, and they have a whole lineup, and we chose this one tonight to kind of fit the slot of Chardonnay. But for those of you that are looking for more wines like that, maybe take this home. They do a nice red blend, a white blend. A whole biodynamic line as well, which is really fun.
Well, maybe in the new year we have to pull some more stuff from them to do more of a natural, organic, healthy for me wine night. Let us know in the comments if that's something that will interest you. I know some of our watchers watch religiously, and so we want to make sure that's something that might be interesting. And if it is something, put it in the comments below. Give us some thumbs, some hearts, all that stuff, and we'll make sure that we kind of put that together as we talk about some future upcoming shows. I don't mean to dump, but we got a lot of wine tonight, and I'm excited. I'm excited about the next one. We've done a lot of French wine lately, but when TC kind of told me like, hey, I got this little gem of a Beaujolais, and it's Cru Beaujolais, and I was like, TC, I was trying to keep everything as giftable wines. I mean, we did the high-end wines the week before. We did some other under 20 wines. So I'm trying to keep it where everybody can't, break the bank on this, because at this point it's a last minute gift. You're not looking to spend a ton. You're just looking for that. Oh, let me throw this in a bag and I'll be done. Drop it on a doorstep or drop it off at the office for somebody to work with. And he's like, no. I got a little deal price on this. And I said, okay. And boy, does he have a deal price on it. And I even did better than the just to kind of beat the internet. So we're not going to get into price. Well, we'll get into pricing because I'll bring it up on the screen here because I made the slides with the with the price on it. So this little Morgan from Chateau de Pizé, Morgan. I gotta get my Morgan. I gotta get my French out there. $23 down to $21. But again, we're talking Cru Beaujolais. We're talking Cru Beaujolais.
Absolutely.
And since we're talking, once we get done, we're talking this. We have another wine to talk about. We're not going to taste it tonight, but we need to mention it. So, so let's talk. Let's move over to the map here, TC, so that everybody can see.
Yeah, there you go. So that there's Burgundy, Bourgogne. Beautiful area. And again, to harken back what we were talking about earlier, 20 years ago, how many times would anyone come into your shop unless it was the third week in November and even say or mutter the word Beaujolais if it wasn't Beaujolais Nouveau, right? So I just love the fact now that we've come so far and where people go, wait a minute, Beaujolais, it's Gamay, it's drinkable, it's a cousin to a Pinot Noir. The price point, compared to other Burgundies is very, very competitive. So I think the secret's out. So tonight, as Danny was talking about, we were thinking about classic things to give you guys. And we were going to do a Pinot Noir, but we thought about really this year in virtual vines and in the shop, we've done so well with Beaujolais. It's such a growing category. It's so hot, really.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're doing some really classic varietals tonight. Beaujolais, we just want to kind of put a hammer in 2020 and say, guys, this is what you should be drinking if you're not already drinking right now. So as you can see on the map there, to the right, you have Burgundy, which will be the Côte de Nuit, Côte Beaune, all the way to the Chalonnais, Mayonnaise. But that bottom little spot right there would be Beaujolais, which is this.
Not let me get. I'm trying to circle number 7.
Okay, marking all the Cru Beaujolais.
Yeah, marking all the Cru Beaujolais. But number 7 is actually Morgon.
Yeah, there you go. So now as you go, Brouilly would be there. Fleury, Moulin Levant. So basically all around those little areas. And what Danny is showing you there on the left is essentially all that Beaujolais Nouveau comes from that sort of fuchsia. Pink area right there.
Hold on. I was still trying to draw, and it was like not letting me.
But that would be Beaujolais Village, or a lot of the Rosé, or just basically entry-level Burgundy would be from. There you go. And then that light purple area would be basically Beaujolais proper, which essentially would be, a little bit nicer, a little bit more discerning, a little bit older vines, et cetera, et cetera. But then as you go to the Cru Beaujolais, which are exclusively on the hillside, what's funny about that, you almost never see Cru Beaujolais mention the word Beaujolais on the bottle, because they're trying to distinguish themselves from other Beaujolais and Beaujolais Village. So as you said, this is from Morgon, which is one of the 12 or 10 or 12, I believe it is, of the Cru Beaujolais. This is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, from Morgon, found in the year, I think 1600, 1605, yes, somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. But guys, this is a fantastic representation of the Gamay grape itself, all carbonic macerated. I mean, you talk about natural. I mean, this wine, is kind of is about as natural as you can get, because we talked about it before, Beaujolais and their kind of anti-herbicide, pesticide things for 50 years now makes them, some of the cleanest wines out there. But think about Pinot Noir that got a tattoo, maybe cut its hair, spiked it up, and it becomes a little bit more wild. It's like more grapey. It's like that grape punch. This is Pinot Noir is like where you go to the black tie affair, and Gamay is like where everybody goes to 80s night and somebody spiked the punch bowl. I mean, that's Gamay. I mean, it's fun, it's drinkable, it just invites people to want to drink it. And again, any kind of Cru Burgundy, whether it be Gevrey-Chambertin or Marie Saint-Denis, and all these beautiful places up north, as Danny showed, we're talking $70, $80, $100 a bottle. Danny knows he's bought some of these for collectors, and that's what they are. They're collectible wines. This is a drinkable wine. This is a wine that you drink for people that drink wine.
And it's delicious. And this is going to be in replace of your Pinot Noir on your table. So if you're doing turkey, chicken, foie gras, salmon, tuna, this would be on the holiday table. Or if you just have that Francophile that you need to get them a gift, they are going to love this. They're going to appreciate it, and they're going to think, once they look at it and go, "Oh, this is a Grand Cru. Well, this is a Cru Beaujolais." Yeah. They're going to think you paid up. Yeah. So if you want to look really impressive and not break the bank tonight, this is the wine to do it with, because this one delivers in spades. And I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the last time we did a Beaujolais from Chateau Thievin.
Yeah.
And absolutely. So, and it just so happens that like number 64 on the Wine Spectator list this year is a Chateau Thievin Redon Brulé.
Yep.
So I have six of these in the shop. That's all I was able to get my hands on, because this is the same exact vintage that just got on the top 100 for Wine Spectator. I have a little underneath your virtual vines opportunities to buy on the website. I have 4 wines right now. And next week we'll have one in our champagne tasting. So there'll actually be a 5th that made the list this year, and it's the right vintage. So this is on the $34 price point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, sure. Again, I wanted to mention it because I do have 6 of them, and it is going to be it's on number 64, I believe, on the list. So if you want something from the Wine Spectator's Top 100, go ahead and throw one of these in your cart. I only have 6, so go fast.
Finally, the Wine Speculator. They're finally like, I feel like Steve Martin and the Jerk. When the phone books come out, I am somebody. I'm like, I've been drinking this wine for years. Finally, somebody gets it. But also to the chagrin, guess what? Now
everybody wants it.
Well, a wine that really I only sold to you and a handful of other folks in the Triad, and maybe just a few other handfuls in the state. Now, guess what? The secret's out. And so, guys, that's what we've been trying to tell you folks is whether it be Morgon or Brouilly or Moulin. I mean, these are areas where Danny said under $50, under $30, sometimes under $20, depending on what it is. You can find some fantastic Beaujolais. But guys, for Cru Beaujolais, for some of the most discerning fruit that you can find out there, best representation, oldest wineries, 400 or 500 years old. For what? Did you even say the price yet? I don't know if you.
I think I did when it showed up on the screen, but I can put it on the screen right here. Yeah, 23 down to 21. Wow, so yes, on the internet, lived at right about $25. But I wanted to be able to,
and that's before the discount. That's
before your discounts and the clubs.
Sub 20 for a Cru Beaujolais, guys. It doesn't get any better than this. And as Danny said earlier, for either the Francophile or the Onophile, people that you're like, God, I can't get Tammy or Bill anything because they have everything. Well, guess what? this is you bring them a Cru Beaujolais, you get brownie points, and guess what? For under $20, you don't break the piggy bank. You're not like searching, 95-point Napa cabs from 2 years ago and which one's 60 or 80 or $100. This is, Cru Beaujolais, $20. Fantastic. Yeah, a little picture of some Gamay. And,
yep, and that's the chateau. And when you see a little bit of the vineyards there, and that actually is their tasting room. I put a picture in there because I think literally their bars looking like barrels is the coolest thing.
They cut it through those big barrels that they do. And so, so barrels aren't the name of the game. So barrels, these are these huge, huge barrels that, as we talked about before, but carbonic maceration, which essentially what they do is they're in most cases, they whole cluster press. The yeast is all on the outside of the skins, and then they'll just let the weight on the top squish the ones on the bottom. You don't get as much yield off that, but you get this more finesseful flavor, and you get all these separate fermentations happening, and that's what's great. And as Danny, I love how you put that picture there, because again, that's a little cut through of the bar, and as always, depending on how many pallets or cases, I could probably make a phone call. To say, I have the Johnsons here. They bought a pallet. They're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. They want a barrel to make a bar. Yeah. I thought it was really cool, so I was like, that's why I threw that picture in. That's cool picture. Really cool picture, and Michelle's already in. She's in the game. She said she wants some of these because she came in the other day. She actually came in the other day asking for the Theban because that was but we were we're out of that. But I do have the one we did at
the show. It has that more old school
yellowy label, orgy label.
And then the Revedon, that's is a single vineyard that they do basically the same price. So whatever you charge the other one, it should be about the same.
Yep.
Difference being, guys, different soil structures. Again, the Côte de Bruy, which we've done before, is a little bit heavier. That one's a little bit lighter, but again, I say lighter as Beaujolais goes, so it's kind of like splitting hairs there. But guys, but for sub $20 for a winery that's been around for a while, Vanna, what do we think about this wine over here?
I really like this wine. It's got me speechless.
This is I know what we're finishing tonight. That might not make it to the shop tomorrow. That's really good though.
But a little chill on this wine too. Before we move on, just to say it too, guys, a little chill on this wine. Again, great by itself, but if you want to live your best life and make one of the fanciest sangrias you ever had, this would be a fantastic.
Would be a fancy.
This would be a fantastic base for a nice summer or a holiday. Little potpourri, cinnamon sticks, and
sangria. We don't talk about that enough.
Yeah, maybe throw some pomegranate seeds in there, and
What are you getting on this? Just so everybody kind of gets a little taste profile on here.
Oh man, well, to me, and again, this is going to sound so stupid, but when I think of Gamay, I think of like the most grapiest of grapes. I mean, it's kind of burst with flavor. It's like Starburst. Like if purple had a smell, and again, follow me here. You're like, TC, how much did you drink? If purple, it smells purple. What's the kid's name in Lisa's class? He's like, it smells like burning. Nelson, or is it Nelson? Is that his name? He's like, or it tastes like burning. He's like, smells like purple. That's what
it smells like purple.
Thank you. Yes, it's like a juicy fruit, guys. I mean, it's a juicy wine without being jammy.
Yeah, it's not jammy.
And what I love about it, it has that acidity, and we talked about on the show. Acidity should make you just pucker. It should make you just salivate for another sip. And when I drink this wine, guys, I'm just going back and I'm like, it just makes you. It's like a dog. I mean, guys, Beaujolais catnip for me. I mean, this is just one of those wines. It just you kind of keep going back and
speaking of catnip, I mean,
like that.
I mean,
this is the. I mean,
kitty cats, pizza, dinosaurs, pigs. I mean, is there anything else we can get on this shirt?
Oh, and then you have this coming out of his butt right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Presents.
And then he's this, the rainbow. I mean, it's just, guys. This is the tackiest. This is the tackiest sweater
thing you could find,
and it's like 21st century material. So it's not like.
Yeah. I was gonna say I
go the track with this. I go the track with this.
Like if you actually wanted to work out, you have a shirt to work out in.
I thought the Griswold's neighbors, the one that's like, what happened? We don't see anything. And why is it wet everywhere?
Why's the floor all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. This is the part of the show everybody's like, yes, they finally had enough to drink. It's getting entertaining. Yes. So be sure to hop over to the loadedgrape.com. I know Michelle's throwing a couple in the cart. We do have some good inventory on this, so don't get too nervous. I do have a wine tonight that we have very limited. That's going to be the last one we do. This is delicious. So if you're looking for a nice Cru Beaujolais for sub 25, and right now sub 20 for most of you with your wine club discounts, you can't say no to this. It is yummy, delicious, beautiful, and I'm just gonna take down this last little swallow.
Man, that is a good wine. That should adorn any holiday table, guys.
Now we have to move. We're gonna move. Finish up the show. Yeah, in America. America. And we're going to start with a newish little project, actually, from King Estates. Now, we know that you guys love this brand because when we had it in the wine club, the Soldier, which is a new Cabernet out of Columbia Valley, you guys were loving. And I said, you know what? They love that. Let's try something new as well. This is the Next Red Blend. Now, this one I have a great little deal price on. Was $25, now $19. Now 19, hear all this. Like, you are getting a heck of a deal tonight on this wine. And it has some of, a Bordeaux style of blend, little Petit Syrah, Cab, Merlot, just making a beautiful, beautiful wine. And I'm really, really excited because I think as more folks find out about the Columbia Valley, I think they're enjoying the wines a lot more. And I'm just going to show this next slide really quick so you guys have an idea where we're talking. So the Columbia Valley, for those of you watching at home, is more right in here. That's actually I quite missed it. I was close. I can't. My big fat finger goes down a little bit.
But it's primarily in Washington State as well. But then this is a little map of Oregon which dips down in there, and the winery itself is in Eugene. So this is kind of like a truly Pacific Northwest wine. And what's great about the Columbia Valley Gorge, it's right in the 46th to 47th parallel. And for those of you that want to geek out and maybe Google this, you actually can follow that parallel all the way over, and guess what you'd hit? Bordeaux and Burgundy. Well, guess what? They make a pretty good wine there, right? Yeah. So one would think on that same parallel, they should also make some pretty good wine. And guys, I hate to say it, but the Chinese are actually making Washington apples cheaper and shipping them over than Washington State is. So a lot of these old apple orchards, Washington State is, Washington State apples as we know them, are either becoming hops, Yakima Valley, which are great hop farms for beer, or vineyards. And I got to tell you guys, as Danny said, Bordeaux varietals, whether it be Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon especially. But I got to tell you what, Syrah has really found an affinity and really found a home in Columbia Valley. And right now, one of my favorite areas in North America that I'm drinking outside of California, whether we did Mendocino, which is a great, cool, hot area, but it is Washington State. Now I love Oregon, but Oregon's Pinot Noir. And that's 80% of what they do is Pinot Noir. But when you think about Washington State, it's more continental, hot summers, cold winters. So they're able to do these grapes, but at a cooler climate and actually get them fully ripe. And as a matter of fact, compared to southern wine growing regions, in the summertime, these guys actually get 2 hours extra of daylight, which adds photosynthesis, which adds ripening to the vines, but also in a cool climate, which means they don't burst into ripeness. AKA they're unripe for 20 weeks out of the year, and all of a sudden for 2 weeks they get too much sugar, right? And what I love about this wine next is, first of all, it's brand new. We love to bring brand new wine to the show. We like to be the first ones on the block.
We like to be the first. We like to be like, you heard it from us first. This was a really, and then like, oh yeah, they talked about.
I mean, guys, this is brand new. I mean, this is something that literally I hadn't even been able to bring out and show anyone yet. 13.5%. So this isn't going to be that 16.5 super boozy Petit Syrah Zinfandel style like Lodi blend. But what I love about it, it doesn't skimp on anything because it's about 40% Syrah, about 40% Merlot, which really you have a nice juxtaposition in the backbone, 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. So really you have Cabernet in the middle, bookended by this beautiful finesse of Merlot, that kind of red fruit, coupled with that blackberry kind of darker, almost like smokier kind of a thing with the Syrah. Yeah, you can show them the color.
Get that color in there. From that Syrah, that
almost like a little smokiness. I mean,
you get a little smokiness on it.
Just a beautiful wine.
Only 25% new oak on this as well. It's it's not the star. Yeah. So they definitely and they use a mixture of American and French on that. So oak is not. It's more kind of just a vessel to kind of store it because they don't really want to impart a lot into it. So doesn't see a ton of oak, but I think that oak just adds just enough. Yeah. help the cab out a little bit.
Well, I think 2 reasons we want to do this wine. First of all, it's the summer holiday. It's the summer holiday. It's the holiday season show, which are the last minute gifts that we talked about. Well, red blends, right? Red blends are hot, but that means so many different things. What does that mean? Well, we're figuring, okay, we get it. It could mean Bordeaux, it could mean Spain, it could mean Italy. But when you come in the shop and you ask for red blend, we get it. You're asking for New World, probably California, but guess what? We're at the Loaded Grape. They probably want to steer you to the new area, the new kind of cool thing. This is all that kind of fruit flavor that you'd get from California without the jamminess, I think. And but without being too earthy or too acidic. Maybe that's what throws away from some of the people that don't love maybe European wine sometimes. And at a price point, which again is very affordable. So I think we kind of covered some bases. I feel like you have your go-to California blends, but guys, this is Washington State, which they're few and far between. They're good, but you just don't have a ton of them out there.
I mean, right now, if people are like, "Hey, I really want more of that California style," I would throw you into the Marietta Cristo that we have. It's a great Rhone blend. It's great, awesome, delicious. People are loving it.
Every time I come in the shop, people are drinking a bottle.
Drinking a bottle of it.
I was like, guys, there's other wines in the wine club this month. They're like, I know, we can get more Cristo.
It's more Cristo. It's Cristo all the time in the shop right now because that's what everybody is wanting. But I when we were talking, I said, hey, let's do something that I don't have a lot on the shelf of, and that was a red blend from the Columbia Valley, and I was like, let's do that. And the last little thing that we had, and Andy had a deal email, was the Bombing Range red blend out of Washington, and it was a great little blend, and right around the same price point as this. And I said, you know what? We're out of that right now. Let's go to something I can get, and let's be the first kids in the neighborhood that have it, because I really see that people are like, just hit. Give me the next red blend. Give me the next red blend.
What makes it easy? I mean, the red blends are things you don't have to think about. Vanna, what do you think about this wine?
This might be my fave so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, and not to throw shade on the wine we just did or the wine we're about to do, but this is the porch/pit pounder because again, I got that. And I don't want to throw anybody off when I say, but it just has this nice, almost like leathery, like kind of sit by the campfire outside, woodsy, a little cedar, little cedar in the background.
Cedar,
I mean, just a beautiful, a little cocoa, maybe a little dark cocoa in the background. But this is fun.
There is a little cocoa. I love the label because it's very simple.
And it also
and beautiful.
Speaks, I know we buried the lead, but speaking of organic, I mean, this almost could be an organic show, guys. I mean, several of our wines tonight.
Like a trend.
Super granola, super green. So for those of you that are either looking for it, or for those of you that saying, hey, it's just an advantage to have that, that's what they wanted to do. So this little homage, kind of an old school, like you see a Farmer's Almanac kind of thing, where they talk about the land and the bounty and all that good stuff. But hey, that's what it's about, grapes, and it's all about the sun and the rain being held together by the grapes, and that's why every year is different, because guess what? The weather in every year is different, right?
Every year is different. I mean, there's things you can do to manipulate the wine to get it to taste the same.
And some years can be more consistent, but hey, we all know, God, the past 4 or 5 years, I mean, either my house either rainy or dry or wet or something like that. So never know. But this is a great little bottle. Got $6 off already. Yeah. So go ahead and take advantage, because this is one of those things. TC, Introductory price. This is to get you hooked on it, and then go, man, Dan. The old switch, the old bait and switch.
Bait and switch. You're going, hey, can I get that holiday pricing?
I love how we did red blend, and all of a sudden, like 10 more people just jumped in.
Red blend. All of a sudden, the show. What red blend? They're on the red blends.
Red blend.
They're on the reds. Tune in. They're on the reds. Yeah, it's lighting up. So this is a great deal price, especially for those folks that are in the wine club as well, getting additional discount on that. And just so you know, this is holiday season only. This price will go back and be at $25 on the shelf.
And the same thing with us, guys. This is a new wine. It's a promo price. We're able to give to Danny, and he's able to give to you guys. Because I mean, we're 10 days away from the new year.
10 days. But this is probably going to be my only order at this price.
When all the accounting, I mean, this is that time of year where everybody's like, if it's not working, just continue to not let it work, or if you're losing money, do it. January 1, everybody reassesses. So, guys, this is something, I don't know what Trine's making on of it. I know Danny D always sharpen the pencil for you guys, but take advantage of us, because right now this is a steal for what it is.
Yeah, I'm not one of those shops that say, hey, I can, still charge. I could have charged $22, and I think people would have still still bought it, and I'm like, no, I want to move wine. I got a deal price. I'm gonna make the deal price even better. I'm just letting you know that it sells online for $25. So I started there, and we're gonna go down because I know I know when I have to pay at the regular price will be at $25.
Well, that price you can buy 4 instead of 2.
Right. Yeah, and that was my thought. I was like, you know what? People are, if they want to gift them out, you know what? I have, hey, I have a $25 limit. Well, I can buy this because they maybe save a couple of bucks. Or now you can add something to it. Add some beautiful hop nuts, red blend, the Vineyard Red to go with it. And now you're still under 25 for a nice little gift of in a little pairing.
I got a feeling there's going to be lots of folks that are going to be very close to a jacket by the end of the night.
Oh yeah. Well, I might tell you, there's a lot of folks that are
like automatically. Anyway. I mean, you guys have some time, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
got time. The points.
You guys are going to add it up. I think between tonight and probably next week, you guys are going to get.
They'll be close. Lots of points coming in, and a lot of people have some points hanging out over after their hats and everything. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of after the new year. Everybody's sporting some beautiful either choice. They could be getting a bunch of hats or knit hats, or they could be getting.
When we can finally get back in the shop without all the craziness and restrictions, maybe we should do a loaded grape swag only, meaning that you can only come in
if you have swag.
If you got a loaded grape something on, that means you're in the fraternal brotherhood sorority.
Yeah,
boom, there you go. You like that? You got to kick everybody out by say 8 to 9.
Yeah.
Got to have that loaded grape hat on, or go outside and get your loaded grape hat on.
All right. Well, you know what? We're moving along. We're keeping the show going.
We're
keeping it going. We're moving along. We're on our 6th wine, almost at an hour. So we're doing really good here. Now,
I'm excited about this.
So this is going to be fun.
I think every female will be pretty excited about this.
Let's just go ahead and say. I mean, do we even really need to talk about the Let's just kind of talk a little bit about it, and then just watch people order what we have, because we don't have a lot.
I have 23 bottles because we opened this one up. Okay. If you're looking for that nice little gift to pair this holiday season with for friends for the holidays, and you want to have a nice little theme on the table, folks, we have it for you. And considering how many of these movies I've now watched willingly or unwillingly over the last few days with Tanya, this is from the Hallmark Channel, their Jingle Cabernet. Now, you say, hey, Dan, come on. You're getting me with a gimmick wine after you just shared all the...
Hey, no, we did some Cru Beaujolais, guys. We
no.
For our guests out there, but no, yeah.
No, let me tell you. I'm gonna throw... The winemaker for this just got included in Wine Enthusiast 40 under 40.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the winemaker is not somebody that is to be, is being recognized specifically because he makes, actually for the Hallmark Channel, he makes
which
this.
is owned by Disney, right?
Oh, now it is.
Okay, well, which means, guess what?
Yeah, they got money.
Guys, they're not putting Robert Craig Affinity, but guess what? They got money. Disney's got a few bucks.
They got some money. He also does something with animals as well. He's got a wine that pairs with a charity for animals, and then he has this cool. I'm going to show the photo here in a minute, but they have another. The name of his true winery that he puts out is War Room Cellars. Mm-hmm. So you have this, up and coming, and they're brothers, up and coming winemakers that are getting recognized, making great wine. So one, as much as I thought the label would be fun, there's a lot of people who shop off of labels, especially this holiday season for giving gifts. Jingle Cabernet.
I mean, Hallmark, guys.
Hallmark.
If you give me a card that does say Hallmark, I'm just like, guys, I know it's hard times, but come on. Got to get a Hallmark.
So we have 23 bottles available. That is it.
That's it.
That is it. I can't get any more. So I got a nice little price of 14. Going down with your discounts. So again, for the people in the club, this is the one.
And kudos to you, Danny. You could have easily done $20 because you knew it was limited. But guys, this is kudos to Danny.
It's easily 20. If you want to go on a Hallmark Channel, you're gonna pay more because of the shipping and everything else. So they do a 2-pack at $28. Plus shipping, so that's.
But when you guys buy the loaded grape, not only do you get a discount, but you get to have Danny and Tanya get to go to Disney, so it's a win-win. Disney has enough. Disney's fine. They're gonna be okay.
They'll be fine. We're gonna support them. But this is just gonna be a fun way to grab a bottle of this, grab the girlfriends, have a little hey, let's watch some put on a couple of these movies and then call each other or Zoom each other and talk about which one you love the best. Me and Tanya are enjoying one right now. What was it? it called?
Wait, what?
The one we're watching, right? The Hallmark movie.
There's so many.
But what's the one we're watching right now?
The one we're watching right now is actually called Homemade Christmas. And it was
Homemade.
pretty cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. We have 30 minutes left.
We judge it by how well the acting is. You
Yeah.
know, you really just don't even need to watch the movies. You can just like let them play because of the ambiance, Christmas decor, and the music.
Yeah, it's typically it's always kind of somewhat cheesy, which we know and we love, right? And we know it's somewhat cheesy. It's probably got like a cheesy title. Like we watched one yesterday, which was a little Christmas, but
yeah, Kelly Rowland, and I actually she was a pretty good actress in that, but it was a little cheesy.
It was cheesy. It was super cheesy, but yet at the end you're like, oh my, happy in the holidays.
You know what you're putting on, guys. I mean, you're not. It's not Citizen Kane. It's not Godfather. It's just feel good. It's like Christmas music. I mean, if you guys are like me, basically most of the year, even when Christmas music comes on, I don't listen. But this is the time of year where I'm like, you know what? I got my station on. Shameless plug. What is it? 99.5 or whatever it is, because they're just always the magic, or Delilah or whatever it is. And I'm just like, hey, this is that time of year where I don't care how much of a humbug you are and how much of a Scrooge you want to be. This is that time of year where throw on a Hallmark, put the fire on, put a licky muck Kyle.
Smells good.
Well,
the nose is really nice.
Touch a new.
I have not tasted it yet.
Touch a new oak, mostly used and almost all neutral oak, which is good. So,
all right, here we go. I'm going in. That's actually
left them as quiet as a Hallmark movie.
What's
that's really good.
They made this wine, guys, about as just rounded and smooth as you can get. I mean, it's like butter, really. It's from
butter.
Back.
Easy drinking while you're watching.
It really
Their tannins are extremely mild.
It's
there. But I mean,
vanilla.
But guys, this is something. I mean, you know how some Cabernets where you need some butter, you need some bread, you need some charcuterie. This is something. This is a cocktail Cabernet, right? This is a cocktail.
I tell you what, actually,
that's really good.
This is. I'm actually.
It has something on the end.
When we did celebrity wines, and I sat there and said, "Listen, we're trying." We weeded out
people
a couple.
Laughed at me.
We weeded out a couple because we were like,
Cameron Diaz makes a wine, and people were like TC.
No, I'm saying right now,
you lost a few points. I'm like, guys,
the Cameron Diaz wine, by far incredible. The Sting wine, incredible. The football player,
Charles
Woodson stuff is really, really good.
Dude, I mean, Monterey Pinot Noir. How many Monterey Pinot Noirs can you get for what, $20 you were doing?
It was like 22 or something like that. Yeah, it was ridiculously cheap.
And don't laugh at me. Somehow, I swear, I think they bottled like a smell to it that's. I don't want to call it floral because I don't want people to think to get the wrong idea, but it has a very pleasant, almost perfume smell to it that is like it's pleasing though. It makes you like keep wanting to drink it and smell it.
Right? Yeah, no, beautiful. I mean,
actually, so this might be one of the best sub $15 cabs we have in the shop right now.
Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you this. We secured 23 bottles, as we said. I don't know, and I can't promise, but order as much and as quick as you can. I'll even look to see, and if I got to drive to Charlotte, I will. But we may or may not have some more. But guys, this 23 bottles, if you're not ordering or throwing a few bottles right now, you're going to miss out because I don't care. I get it, guys. If you're like TC, I'm ordering the Cru Beaujolais for myself. I get it. Order it for yourself. Order a few bottles of this for Tammy, Teresa, whomever, and when they open it, and you're going to be like, and you're like, damn it. I should have ordered a few of those for myself. Well, guys, we're telling you, we're trying to tell you right now.
I'm telling you right now.
Opportunity is knocking.
I'm going to tell you, there's a reason why the winemaker on that 40 under 40, he's getting recognition because this stuff is really good. I'm bringing it up there. There's the winemakers, the two brothers.
22 bottles.
You better get online and order it. You might want to get on and order it because we might not have any. Depending on how the night goes.
I think there are two brothers, I think.
Two brothers, yeah. And so I believe it was Nolan Nelson.
Nolan
Nelson is the one that got, well, actually, both brothers got recognized. And really
40 tastemakers under 40 or something like that. Wine enthusiasts.
Yeah, and that was just recent too. That just came out. And
2020.
Yeah, and if you really want to check out their website for the War Room Cellars, Really, really cool.
Oh, I haven't
really cool website. So I really feel like at some point I need to figure out how to try some of their ones.
To Alita's question, what is
yeah,
the one?
Yep. I did reply to Alita's question. I did do that. So yeah, that's really cool.
And someone said labels the hell out of getting a card. I agree with you.
Yeah. That's.
When people say TC are hard to buy for, I'm like, surely you know where the loaded grapes at.
Yeah, right? I tell you what.
And even the gift card, but guys, this is something I don't care who you are.
This is good.
This is good. But even if you're like, guys, I don't know, it's the last wine. You guys, the cameraman talking to you. You're going to want to have a few bottles of this just to have around for a gift.
Yeah, this makes a great gift. People last minute coworkers, your kid's teacher, any of that. I mean, this is
Mom.
your mom,
doctor, healthcare workers, guys.
Hey, your mailman, mail woman, your postal worker. Hey, thanks so much for doing all the delivering and everything. Maybe your UPS driver, just surprise them, or your Amazon package. Hey, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. It's a really nice cab, and at the sub 14 price that a lot of you guys are going to get, sub probably $12 or $11 for some of you folks, if you're in the reserve club.
I mean that's about the minimum of what you want to at least give somebody. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, right? I mean, you can't like just give somebody from $5, right? I mean,
is
there something out there for $5? What is it? I mean, what exists for $5?
No, but I tell you, nothing exists for $5. But I'm just saying, you got a beautiful wine here, and I'm by a winemaker who's probably, if we don't see stuff from War Room soon, War Room Cellars, I'd be shocked.
And we might, and this might actually, after the show, we might need to talk and see if we can get some more, because the reason we got this wine is the importer. We import, or I should say import. We already carry some of their wines, and it was already a program we got in. I texted Danny and Andy, I think it was Friday last week. We already had our wines picked out, and Danny says, nope, hold the presses. How much do you got? Send it all. As a matter of fact, we even had a little snafu, and I said, Danny, and I even double-checked today, we have an additional case. So, guys, we said we wanted to make sure, because we knew tonight we're going to sell out 23 bottles.
23
push
bottles.
The button. Go ahead and push the button.
I told TC, I said, bring it in, because I guarantee you how many people are going to be here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday going, hey, I just need something really quick. And I'll go, this cab's really, really good. How much is it?
Just put
14. Just 14.
Just put
put it in my cart, because it's really cool. We're going to put it on the Christmas table, or New Year's Eve, or Christmas Eve. We're gonna drink that with some charcuterie. I actually think this was some food. A little bit of something with a little fat, little salt. I'd be.
Can we all three agree that we were going to do this cab tonight because of the name? But I think we're all three can say we're pleasantly surprised how great this was.
I was excited about it just because of the bottle.
I mean, we were all going to buy a bottle. We were all going to buy a bottle, but this is something you would buy another bottle or buy a two.
I'll tell you right now, if there's any left, I know I'm going to have to buy 3 or 4 bottles already, because we have some friends that I think that would really enjoy this, and we could gift it, because I know we were like, hey, quick gifts right here.
Need it.
Really, really good. All right, so let's do a quick run through of everything. Actually, I didn't even put the ticker up there. So let's put the ticker up there really quick, so everybody could see the pricing on this one last time, so you can go over there. One of the things we did talk about, I do have a couple of bottles of some other stuff that made the Wine Spectator's top 100, and one of those being our current Reserve Club Chianti Classico. I hope that doesn't wipe us out. I got to look at inventory and everything else, but
we just keep picking the jam. I mean, guys,
makes me feel really good about that.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, as I've said it before, I've always tried to pick wines that it's like comedy. You're in the entertainment business.
Yep.
And guess what? If one of your comedians tells a joke to you and you don't laugh, you're like, dude, don't use that. Because guess what? If it doesn't make you laugh, it's not going to make a room full of people laugh. And I get it. There's always going to be somebody in the room that goes, oh, that joke offended me. Okay, there's always going to be that person. But guess what? At the end of the day, we try to pick some stuff that we would drink, not just the stuff that we think would sell, but stuff that we would drink. Because we drink wine. We're selfish. We're selfish like that.
We do drink it.
Vanna can tell you some of these shows, there's been some nights where, we probably drink a little bit too much wine. We've drank a little bit too much wine. But at the end of the day, guys, what we're trying to do with this show, and I think the Loaded Grape's trying to do as a whole, and it's been proven by you guys giving these votes of the top back-to-back wine bar in Guilford County. Kudos to you guys. Yeah, is really just trying to give you guys stuff that we would be happy to serve to you if you were to come to our house. And when you come to Loaded Grape, that's pretty much what you're coming. You're coming to Danny Andy's house, Van and Vine's house. You know, I like to think of myself as an extension now because I've, we've done so many tastings now. But that's what we try to do, guys. And that's my little aside. That's my.
I must have done something right because TC's boss bought me lunch the other day. Yeah. I have no idea. We must have done something right.
Did you ask for steak or lobster? Because
the funniest thing, she got slightly offended because I was like, well, it's lunch. I just want a sandwich. Like I'm not ready for.
She's like, you don't want
trying to push. She's like trying to push like a bigger. I'm like, it's lunch.
Like a 6-course.
It's lunch. And then TC orders a salad, and then she was like, salad? Andy ordered a salad. He's like, a salad? Come on, I'm going to buy you lunch. Like,
he's got to watch his figure. He's got to start chasing the baby around.
He's got to chase the baby around, so he's trying to get svelte.
Andy get in shape.
That's what everybody keeps calling it.
The raisin. Not quite a grape yet, but it will be there. It'll be there. Yeah. So let's go through. Let's do a quick little recap. I'm gonna switch us up here. Before I do that, let me just take the website down. Okay. So let's bring this up on the screen and get rid of us so we don't have any echo. And then we go over here. We got a nice little. Oh, that was the best. That's the Wine Enthusiast Best Buy is a 2020. So the other thing that we have on there is the Spy Valley Sauvignon Blanc and the Forge, which out of the Finger Lakes, their dry Riesling, which we have in the shop, which I guarantee you no place in Greensboro besides us has that.
Well, talk about the wine club. It's not in the wine club, but the Luigi Bosca Single Vineyard Malbec, which we've done in tastings. But this month, guys, the Luigi Bosca Cab. So I know, guys, you probably come in, you're like, I know the Cristo's crushing it, but guys, don't sleep on that Cabernet because we wanted to find a Cabernet that is from a classic producer like Luigi Bosca. They're getting all the accolades. Again, it's Malbec country, but for those of you, that's why you join the wine club, is to be on the forefront of these things.
I'll tell you right now, that cat's probably going to get a score soon.
Exactly.
All right, so let's do a quick little refresh here. We start off with the Fair Valley Sauvignon Blanc from South Africa.
Fair trade.
It's just
drinking for a good cause. Drinking for. It's
a good cause all around because you give it as a gift to that coworker that loves Sauvignon Blancs or a friend that loves Sauvignon Blancs, or just have it for dinner.
Super fresh.
It's got the grapefruit without being grapefruity.
Yeah, more stone fruit.
Stone fruit, little melon, little pyrazine we talked about in there. Flinty. Beautiful with shellfish. So scallops, oysters, shrimp, guys. Perfect with this wine.
Then we went over to which we got that down to 14 plus your discounts. Then we did the Tomase Pinot Grigio, and I'm gonna tell you,
huge fan of that one. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to get back to that one again.
Danny, we could have done a Pinot Grigio that was probably $15 or under, even maybe 10 under. But guess what? Would it have been anywhere near as good as that? The quality, and guys, you guys have supported. So a skeeler, which is like a skier. You guys have supported Tomasi so much. We had to go back, and as Danny said, we're going to do the Prosecco. So be patient. Maybe sometime in the first of the year, we'll do some Tomasi Prosecco as well.
Yeah, and we actually might do the Tanzania one.
We need
to do that as well because that Tanzania one's really good. Then we did the Sun and Rain Organic Chardonnay out of Mendocino, California. Got that down at $17, and those in the club can get their discounts as well.
No GMOs,
no sulfites added. It says it organically. It's all on the label. So if you're looking for that good for me category, you have somebody who's trying to cut back and on wine consumption maybe, but want to make sure it's healthy when they do drink
richness in there.
Yeah, very, mostly stainless steel, just a little bit of oak on there. So really, really, really nice Chardonnay. Great if you're drinking with turkey or going with chicken, pork dishes, any of that during the holiday season is yummy, yummy, yummy. And then we went to the Chateau Pizet Morgon Cru Beaujolais. And again, if you're going to start looking at Cru Beaujolais, sub $20 for some of you guys folks that are in the wine club, even at that $23 to $21 price point.
I hate to say it, the quote unquote most expensive, which by the way, guys, the most expensive wine is 23. I hate to say the $21 wine is the deal of the night, but guys, that's the deal of the night. Cru Beaujolais for depending on your discount, sub 20. As I told Danny, this is something I would pay $25 all day long and be very happy I did it. But if you could do it for $19 or whatever your discount is, guys, you need to be getting 3, 4, 5 bottles of that.
Yeah, definitely don't slouch on that. Then we went to the next red blend from the Columbia Valley. This is King Estates, their producers. I know how much you guys love the Soldier Cabernet that we did. This has the Syrah, the Cabernet, and also the
Le
Merlot. Just a beautiful drinking the red blend.
The porch pounder red of the night, right?
Pit Fire.
That's the pit pounder tonight.
Pit pounder tonight was that red blend, folks.
And speaking of pit pounder, pit barbecue. Oh my God! I don't know about you guys. Go, stop by Stamey's or whatever the last day they're open and get you some barbecue and just maybe reheat it for Christmas Day. I mean,
so good
sliders with some coleslaw with that right there. Oh my God! Hush puppies. Oh. Stop it.
But also your deal of the night. I got this from 25 is where the retail's at, down to 19 plus your club discount. So take advantage of that. It makes a great gift wine as well, or just one to have on your table this holiday season. And then we finished off, and
surprise.
You might call it the gimmick wine because of the label, because it's the Hallmark Channel and the heart of Christmas. This is not. This is literally a legit Cabernet Sauvignon from the California
winemakers. Got a lot of credentials, got a lot of creds. One of those rising stars, as we talked about.
Just an excellent Cabernet. You're gonna get that at 14 plus your discounts. I have 2 cases or 23 bottles. I have less than that now. I know some people have already ordered bottles.
And you have to go on there and say
and I got to try to get online really quick and take one for Tanya.
I was going to say, if you guys are trying to get more than 6 bottles, you better text Danny, Tanya, Andy tonight. and let them know.
Let me know because this is
probably go pretty quick.
It's going to go tonight. We had a lot of viewers tonight. So thanks so much for tuning in. Next week we're going to do bubbles for the new year. We have a nice lineup, and actually one of the wines, which is a repeat. Actually, 2 of the wines are going to be a repeat.
Speaking of the Wine Spectator Top 100, one of the wines got on the Spectator Top 100 again. A little flattery gets you everywhere with us, right?
Yeah. So you're going to get a Wine Spectator. You're getting a.
nice shout out.
Do I need to? Can I put up on the screen?
Oh wow! Look at that.
I could do. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. There you go. Thanks. TC. Look at that.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, hey,
thanks, Michelle.
I'm here for you guys. And as long as, Andy and Danny allow me to come back and be with you guys, I'll be with you as long as I can.
I think TC's is going to move into the spare room here soon. But this is.
Can they make beds big enough for you?
I don't know. I have to look, maybe cat, but that's fine.
California King will not help him out.
Life, I always say I'm not too tall. I just live in a short world. That's what it is. So.
Yeah, just so you know, if you see it, TC sits a little bit further back than I do because I need to be near all the controls. But
it works out though.
It works out height wise. So because if I was back further, I'd look I'd look so tiny. So this is kind of perspective.
And by the way, totally off subject. We talked about having something. So 2021, we need to have like a mascot every show. Like we talked about, like the Baby Yoda. We talked about Baby Yoda. I mean, copyright. Are we in copyright law? You're the copyright guy. I don't know. Are we gonna get sued if we put Mandalorian up there?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Only if we get.
I do have the Baby Yoda. I do have a Baby Yoda. I mean, how could you
this
not?
Cabernet you like, I say.
So maybe we do a show with all Baby Yoda selections.
Maybe baby bottles, maybe 375 bottles or something like that. Maybe
and for those guys watching, if you're not watching The Mandalorian, definitely watch it. Jon Favreau is a genius. And I can tell you right now, the last episode for season 2, I read somebody who said I was bored by it. I was like, you have no soul.
Yeah.
If you were bored by that episode, because it was such an amazing episode.
Can we get the macarons too?
Yeah, we'll have to get macaron, the big little blue macarons that Baby Yoda eats. Yeah, I'll have to do a Baby Yoda episode or something. I'm sure that's totally against the rules, but we'll figure it out. So go ahead if you're ordering through the messages, go ahead and do that now. I know Michelle is doing that, so we'll make sure we'll pull those bottles. If you're ordering through the website, be sure to get those done, and so we can have those pulled for you and ordered for you on time. Again, everything will be available Wednesday at 4:00. We can add some. We have gift bags in the shop, so if you need a gift bag, hurry up and get there because I know those are going to go fast. We don't have that many left, but we can do that. And then next week, bubbles. So again, recap. There's going to be one that we did already, but it made Wine Spectator's top 100, so we felt like we had to add that for the new year. Another one, which
inexpensive California sparkling, which you guys bought. How many cases of?
Cases of it. So I feel like if I'd be amiss if I didn't add it back in.
By the unsorted Chasing Lions folks.
Yes. Adam so Cabernet. If you remember the Bash Sparkling, we got it back for you. We're going to do that. Same deal price. You're going to get the same amazing price on it. But he's got more in inventory, so we're going to do that again.
Small little boutique champagne from the Kermit Atlantic Show for all you folks out there. I know these guys just did a great champagne tasting with some great brands. We're going to dig down deep into the depths of champagne a little bit because I know you guys already have Laurent Perrier and Veuve and Paul Roger on your shelf. We're going to dig down in that grower champagne level and find something really cool.
So that's going to be fun. We had another sparkling as well as who's the other thing?
Let's see. We talked about a cava. We're going to do a Prosecco.
Yeah, the Prosecco. The Prosecco was the other thing I left out. Yep. So a lovely Prosecco as well. So I'm excited about because that's an Oregon producer doing Prosecco. So so Prosecco from Oregon. So it's totally different for you.
You got to tune in. You know the prices will be right.
Yep.
Obviously, the champagne will be champagne, but I got to tell you that champagne. I've already showed you the price. It's going to be competitive for other champagnes.
Very competitive.
But hey, guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yeah, holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Hanukkah just ended the other day yesterday.
Yeah, so if the Minch on the bench gave you something what you wanted. I know Santa Claus. I talked to one of my Jewish friends the other day, and I said, if Santa Claus brings you, he goes, TC, we don't have Santa Claus. I'm like, well, the Minch on the bench. Did the Minch on the bench bring you what you want?
You got to get some gifts in there. So, so thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting us this whole year, 2020. We still have one more episode of 2020, which is hard to believe. I mean, the year's almost gone.
We need to count it up. We need to count the episodes up and because I want to guess. I want to guess what 60 maybe.
No, I can't do 60 because there's only 52 weeks in the year. We started.
But we've done more. I guess I'm maybe.
Oh, with other tastings. Yeah, we've done
at least 30. At least 30 of these, right?
30 of these exactly. Yeah, maybe we'll recap.
Maybe 1st of January when things after the holidays subside. Maybe we'll have Andy and Danny run a few computer reports, and we'll just look at what just sold the most.
Yeah, so we have it left.
And maybe if we have it left, or if we're in the new vintage, we'll just say, hey guys, these are.
So maybe we'll do that first show back after the new year is a best of 2020.
Kind of all stars, all stars.
Best of 2020 show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll bring out the best of 2020 for you, so you get another chance to go, oh yeah, I did really love that. I do want more of that. So that'd be fun. So
and keep on their website. We've been talking about some pliers. I mean, a lot of great things in 2021. I don't know what things are going to look like with the restrictions, but guys, I know we got suppliers dying to come into the shop.
Yeah.
Even if we can't have them in the shop, at least Q1, Q2, keep on their website. Backwards here because I know we've got some great people just dying to do some great stuff.
Wente's asking to get on the show. Ron Bauer's asking to get on the show.
Montelena we've talked about.
Montelena's, but I mean, so we have some really big producers that really want to, and not from TC. I've got Prisoner that wants to join the show. We got some really good stuff. So we need to work those into the calendar of 2021, especially in the early at least January, February, March, because I don't see us vaccines catching up until then. But maybe by April, hopefully we can start doing some more stuff in the shop, and we'll have a lot of
love to see you guys in person.
Yes. Yeah. Love seeing everybody in person. Have a happy holidays. And as always,
keep on tasting.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good night. Cheers.